Hi, I'm so glad you found your way here. My name is Kia and I would like to tell you a story. This story is a little bit special but also very lovely, just as you are a bit special and also very lovely. The story is about when Liam and his sister Lily met Miss Moon. But first, I want you to lie down comfortable. Lie down really comfortable in the way you know best, so you can listen to the story properly. I think you will like this story. It's quite exciting. So, try to breathe slowly and try to take deep breaths. Good. Now, I think you are ready to close your eyes. Close your beautiful eyes and let them rest. Let your perfect little body become soft and relaxed, just as relaxed as you can be when you feel completely safe and calm. So, are you ready? Good. Then I think I will start telling you the story. Liam, Liam, whispers his little sister Lily, shaking him gently. You must wake up now. It's the first day of the summer holidays. Liam rubs his eyes and stretches whilst having an expectant smile on his face. He bounces out of bed, feeling happy and alert, and with butterflies in his stomach, he follows his sister out into the kitchen. It's very early in the morning and Mom and Dad are still asleep. Liam and Lily are giggling as they happily start preparing breakfast together. They want to surprise Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad are always so kind and now they want to give a little back. And breakfast is such an easy thing to fix. Plus, it makes them feel happy and they know that Mom and Dad will be happy too. They serve butter, bread, cold meat, eggs and cucumber slices, orange juice and of course oatmeal porridge with applesauce. They prepare a real breakfast feast for the family, and the stomachs of both children are growling loudly as they put all the things on the dining table. When they are done in the kitchen, they carefully go and wake Mom and Dad. Together, they all enjoy the tasty breakfast the children made as a surprise. They laugh and talk about the summer ahead of them. After breakfast, Mom and Dad also have a surprise for Liam and Lily. Come, Mom says, smiling while secretly glancing over at Dad. The children feel a tingling sensation with excitement as they understand that there is something important going to happen. Dad opens the door and the kids see something sparkling outside. They hold hands tightly, hold their breath, and close their eyes. At first, they are a little bit afraid to open their eyes, but how can they resist? So they open first one eye and then the other. The surprise that awaits them are two new bicycles. One is brilliant green and the other one is warm yellow, both with shiny handlebars and rims. The kids can't believe their eyes and struggle to breathe. Such is their excitement. Their biggest dream has just come true. They throw themselves around Mom's and Dad's necks whilst shouting in unison, "Thank you, thank you, Thank you! Can we ride our bikes now at once? Lily asks. Mom and Dad look at each other, smiling lovingly at the children. Of course you can. After all, it's the summer holidays. Proudly, the children take their new and shiny bikes out onto the road. They put on their helmets, sit on their saddles, close their eyes, and imagine all the adventure they are going to have this summer. Liam and Lily mostly feel happy. They have the ability to see the magic in everything around them, to pay attention to every detail, and enjoy these things with all their senses. Their sight, hearing, touch, taste, plus their sense of smell. They also have the ability, like most other young ones, to see and perceive things that adults don't notice. They wave at the goblins and house elves who lives over by the raspberry bushes. They help the fairies who live in the apple tree to carry stones that they have saved. The stones are too big for the fairies to carry, but for Liam and Lily, it's no problem at all. Sometimes the beautiful unicorn comes by. She stops at the edge of the forest and waits for Liam and Lily, who are running to her as fast as they possibly can, with a carrot each for her. Mom and Dad know nothing about this. It's something that most adults don't understand. Liam puts one foot on the pedal, takes a deep breath, and begins to bike. He pedals faster and faster until it feels like he's flying. He rides down the street with Lily close behind him, and he can hear all his friends shouting for him. He just keeps on cycling, and he doesn't want the road to end. The road forms a circle around the houses, and Liam noticed that more and more children keep coming out on the street to watch them both as they quickly ride by, lap after lap. One after another, the other children join them with their bikes. It's Arthur, Sarah, Sam, Jack, Faith, Vincent, Eric, and Aisha. They all bike around together, going faster and faster. Every time they ride past their own house, they wave to their mom and dad. All that first day of the summer holidays, they cycle and play fun games together with their friends. So after supper, they can hardly keep their eyes open. Their eyelids become heavier and heavier. And occasionally, they sigh deeply with pleasure. They are content, grateful, and happy with their new bikes. Their breathing becomes deeper and slower. And soon, both children are asleep, curled up next to each other on the couch. They don't notice when mom and dad carry them to their beds, for by this time they are already asleep, safe, calm, and relaxed. Lily wakes up with a jolt. Someone has called out her name. She looks around, but there is no one there. Liam is still peacefully asleep in his bed. Lily lies back down, closes her eyes, and tries to go back to sleep. But then she hears it again, a voice gently whispering her name. Lily, wake Liam up and come. We have to go now. Miss Moon is waiting for us. She has heard correctly. There really is someone calling out her name. In fact, it's her best friend Tindra, a little fairy girl. She wakes Liam up and they can't stop themselves from giggling as they both get dressed and then they slip out. Outside it's dark. It's still the middle of the night. But since they had both fallen asleep early, they actually feel refreshed and rested. In the dark sky, there is a beautiful full moon. Miss Moon dissolves the darkness with her soft, warm light in all its splendor. It looks like all the sparkling stars in the sky are twinkling to greet them. "Come," says Tindra, "hurry up, she is waiting for us." They take their bikes, put on their helmets, and with the fairy flying ahead and illuminating the road for them with her fairy dust, they leave. One by one, all the other children also come out onto the street with their bikes, and it isn't long before they are all gathered. Liam and Lily pedal faster and faster. It feels like they are almost flying down the hill. They can't help but laugh out loud because of the tickling sensation in their stomachs. They keep pedaling on when they realize after a while that they are actually flying for real. They bike up into the sky, and higher and higher up they go. Tindra's fairy dust has allowed all the children and their bikes to fly, just like Peter Pan. They play and make somersaults as well as some twists and flips. All this while at the same time playing Simon Says in the air, flying higher and higher. Soon it feels like they are on their way up into space, getting closer to Miss Moon. Their bicycle helmets turn into astronaut helmets so that they can breathe in space, their bikes taking them up higher and higher. Tindra flies first, closely followed by the others who are all flying next to each other, side by side. Getting closer and closer to Miss Moon, who is getting bigger and bigger the closer they get to her. When they get close enough, they can feel a pull from Miss Moon. They can stop pedaling now and just sit back and relax. They safely land in a large open field where they can see a small cottage a bit further away. Everyone holds on each other's hands as they steadily walk towards the small cottage. Out of the cottage step a beautiful young girl with long blonde hair, bright blue eyes, and a big smile on her face. "Welcome to the moon," says the girl. "I am Miss Moon and this is my home." The children bow respectfully and introduce themselves one by one before stepping into the small cottage. The children look around in amazement. The cottage that looks so small on the outside is huge on the inside. A large and wide staircase goes both up and down. In one corner, a large fire is burning, spreading warmth. In another corner, there is a large television screen where the earth is visible. Miss Moon calls out, and as she does, out of nowhere, a dwarf appears. "Can you, my friend, be so kind as to arrange some hot chocolate and muffins for my guests?" she says. The dwarf nods and quietly disappears down the grand staircase. They are all invited to sit down in front of the big warm fire, and it isn't long before the dwarf comes back and serves them steaming hot chocolate and freshly baked fluffy muffins. The children notice just how hungry they are. It's easy to forget about such a thing as eating when there are so many exciting things happening, so with a healthy appetite, they settle down and start eating. Miss Moon tells them an intriguing story about the moon, how the moon's gravity slows down the rotation of the Earth, and how we on Earth would have much shorter days without the moon. The moon's gravitational pull also controls the tides on Earth. Miss Moon tells them that it's her responsibility to make sure that the moon's gravity is just right. She controls it through TV screens and various controls that the children can see in the cottage. Gravity must not be too powerful or too weak, because it could cause problem on the Earth. Some areas could be hit by drought, while others could be hit by floods, and the days could be made longer or shorter. Thus, it's very important that Miss Moon keeps the Earth's gravity balanced just right. She explains why she has asked the children to come and that she needs their help. Sometimes she has seen that there is something interfering with the connection to the Earth, and she doesn't know what it is. Whatever it is, she believes it's hovering and flying around out there in space, somewhere between the moon and Earth, causing interference. So far, nothing serious has happened, but Miss Moon is worried that if it continues, the Earth's gravity could be affected. She herself cannot leave the moon, and therefore she needs the children's help to find whatever is floating around out there in space causing this disturbance, and to move it. But she noticed that the children are tired. She can see them yawning, and that their eyelids are slowly getting heavier and heavier. Moon tells them that they can all lie down on the soft and warm blankets and pillows there on the floor in front of the crackling fire. There is no need to rush. They can rest for a while before they start their mission. All the children lie down, right there and then, and immediately they all fall asleep. Liam lies awake for a moment, listening to the breathing of the other sleeping children. Lily is lying close to him. He looks into the fire and is fascinated by the flames. They are so beautiful when they dance over the logs in the fireplace. The flames are very hypnotic, and his eyelids get heavier and heavier. It isn't long before Liam's eyes fall completely shut, and he too sleeps deeply, with calm and slow, deep breaths, safe and secure, just like the other children. The children slowly wake up, one by one, with big yawns and with wide stretches. Now they are fit and rested, ready for the adventure and the mission that Miss Moon needs their help with. They quickly get ready and eat from the good food that the dwarf once again prepared for them, while at the same time they listen carefully to Miss Moon, who wishes them good luck in finding whatever it is that is causing the disturbance. They all get on their bikes again and start pedaling, faster and faster. Soon they lift off the surface of the moon and quickly get high up above the ground. Higher and higher up they ride, and soon they have left the moon's gravity and are out in space again. It feels so cool to cycle around up there, high amongst all the shining and twinkling stars. They ride this way and that way, looking for something that might be flying around. What finally catches their attention isn't something they can see, but rather something they can hear. In the distance, they can hear a sound, and it sounds like a large group of people laughing and playing. They follow the sound and soon they discover several small creatures playing and chasing each other around, laughing. Lily notices that they are dwarfs, just like the dwarf they had seen earlier with Miss Moon. The dwarfs are so engrossed in their game that they don't notice the children approaching them. They don't react until the children are really close, but when they hear Lily clearing her throat saying, "Hi," the dwarfs stop playing their game and look at the children with surprise. "Hello, where do you come from?" asks one of the dwarfs. "Miss Moon has sent us on a mission," Liam replies. "We are looking for whatever is disturbing the contact with the earth." The dwarfs look at each other. "Oh dear, it could probably be us who are causing the disturbance, because we are looking for our missing brother." It turns out that the dwarfs are siblings of the dwarf on the moon. They were separated a long time ago, but when they now hear that their brother is on the moon and that he is okay and having a good time, they get very happy. The dwarfs are eager to accompany the children back to the moon. They long to be reunited with their long-lost brother. Cheerfully, they set off together, the children riding their bikes, with the dwarfs safely secure in their backpacks. As they get back on the moon, there is a happy reunion. Miss Moon throws a party to celebrate not only the fact that the dwarfs are finally reunited, but also that contact with the earth is finally fully restored and is working perfectly, with no more interference. There is plenty of good food, and they eat, play, laugh, and tease each other long into the night. But when they start to feel tired, they decide to lay down together in a big pile, right there in the middle of the floor. They chuckle together for a little while, but it doesn't take long before only yawns and small snuffs can be heard, as one by one fall asleep. One by one they close their eyes. Soon they are all asleep, with a smile on their faces. The children are only vaguely aware that Tindra is taking them back to Earth again, back to their home and their own beds. Liam and Lily, half asleep, wonder, did this really happen, or was it just a dream? The moon seems brighter and bigger than ever tonight. Miss Moon waves happily at the earth, and all the dwarfs are gathered with her. "Thanks for all the help," she whispers gently, and all the children hear her, although nearly asleep.